This is a neighborhood meeting for the Carruthers Crossing West Development Plan Revision 2. My name is Jeff Rosiak. I'm with Gamble Design Collaborative, we're the land planners for the project. Representing the developer, Ralph Canals is here in the room from Southstar. Brad Canali from Embry is also on the line. Oh, here comes a neighbor. Mike, if you can hear us, you're the only neighbor on the line, so we were just getting started.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is a development plan revision for Carruthers Crossing West. Carruthers Crossing West is a mixed-use development plan on 19.8 acres. It includes residential, office, retail, and restaurant uses. The primary purpose, or really the sole purpose of this development plan revision, is to add daycare as a permitted use within the development plan. This is the site for anyone that isn't familiar with it. It's on the northwest corner of Carruthers Parkway and Liberty Pike, just to the east of I-65. On the left side of this slide is the currently approved development plan. On the right side is the proposed development plan revision. As you can see, kind of highlighted in blue, 4 of the 5 proposed sections of development are already associated with an approved site plan. The only remaining site to be planned is section 2, lot 6, which is here in white, if you can see my cursor. So again, the purpose of this development plan revision is the addition of a daycare as a permitted use within the development. While we are updating the development plan, we're also going to do a little bit of housekeeping to update the building layouts to reflect the approved site plans. We're also updating our parking requirements and provided parking. And we're updating some internal phase and section lines within the development. And those are all associated with those approved site plans that I mentioned. The original approval of the development plan was in February of 2019. Since that time, there have been a number of changes. COVID happened and the retail and office environment changed pretty significantly. So the developers have been considering a number of revisions to the individual sites, primarily those along Carruthers Parkway. The multifamily piece, which is known as section 1, kind of further away from Carruthers Parkway is basically unchanged. There are 2 fewer units than were originally approved in the development plan at the apartment site. The balance of the site has reduced pretty significantly. The office square footage has gone from about 24,000 originally approved to 21,600 as approved in the site plans so far. Restaurant has gone up from 4,800 to 6,500. Retail has gone down significantly from about 34,500 to 2,100 proposed square feet of retail. And then you can see here that we're adding the daycare. That's this building here, and that's about 10,150 square feet. The total commercial square footage, not including office, even with this daycare piece, reduces by more than half, from 43,000 square feet to 21,000 square feet. The parking has required, both the required and provided parking have also been reduced. Required parking is 754, and we're now providing 777 reduction of 50 required and about 70 provided. This chart goes into that in more detail, and I know it's a little bit small, but I can double back to that if anybody has questions about specifics of the parking updates. As I mentioned, we'll also be doing a little bit of house cleaning to keep up to update the section and phase lines within the development, and you can see those here. Section 1, as I mentioned, is the apartment complex. Section 2 is a medical office building that has been approved already. This is also a portion of Section 2. This is a daycare and a fast casual drive-through restaurant. This is called Section 3 and is another fast casual drive-through, a retail and coffee shop. And then Section 4 is a bank. So that is the summary of the revisions we're seeking as part of this development plan revision. The projected schedule based on our initial submittal, which is coming up next week, is that we would be at Planning Commission in January. That would be followed up by a BOMA work session in February and a BOMA voting meeting in March. This is not a rezoning, it's just a development plan revision, so it would only have one reading at BOMA, and if we stay on schedule, that would be in March. So with that, Mike, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Sure. So the daycare is the basic newest piece besides, eliminating some of that stuff. Have you guys already, and if you can't answer, that's fine, but have you already got a relationship for somebody that's pursuing the daycare?
We actually have a signed agreement with them, and we're moving forward. This is Ralph Knaus with South Star. So this is a use that we have in place and we're ready to move forward with it, but we can't do it until we have the use added to the PD plan approval that we have.
Good. I just happen to have a client. I'm a real estate agent. I have a client that's looking for that exact thing. And so that's not why I jumped on, but when I saw that, my ears picked up. So other than that, I don't have any questions. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Chelsea, do you have any questions or anything you want us to cover tonight?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. No, I don't think so. I think everything sounds good, and you guys did a good job kind of concisely explaining what's going on.
Okay, great. Well, if there aren't any more questions, we'll end the presentation. This recording will be available on the city website, Mike. So if you have anyone that lives nearby that you want to share this with, it'll be available there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Thanks.